How's it going, guys? Thank you for joining me on another episode of A Track Call Quest. My name is Danny. This will be In-Shop Repairs episode number 2, and on this episode we're going to be addressing those rear lower control arms. Okay guys, so we're looking at the passenger side lower control arm here, and this jam nut's the one that's been loose for some time now. I did hear that clunking when I went up and over Sugarloaf. At that time I checked it, it seemed to be tight. And it got really bad when I did the Mojave Trail. Who knows how much stress I've put on these threads. My gut feeling tells me to go ahead and just replace it. We could always take all the internals off this Johnny joint and reuse those. So that's the reason I'm doing it, just because, you know, it's going to give me a peace of mind knowing that all the gear is going to be nice and fresh and new. Okay guys, so we're going to be doing a direct replacement with, you guessed it, another set of Metaltech 4x4 lower adjustable control arms. I have to say, I really do like these control arms. I haven't had any issues besides the jam nut. So you have this massive Johnny joint made by Curry. It's well designed, rebuildable too. This 1.25 inch jam nut. It's pretty awesome how they offset the arm on this lower mount. So if you do get hung up, you'll just slide right off without doing too much damage to your gear. If you're on the rock, which I have been, these have a lot of rock rash. The whole weight's been on these lower control arms, you know, with the boulders right on it. So far they haven't bent. So the way I'm going to approach this a little different this time is we're gonna remove the jam nut and we're gonna clean the threads off with some degreaser, reassemble it, and we're going to apply some red Loctite on this jam nut and really torque it down. Stay tuned guys, and we're going to take you step by step on how I replace my lower control arms. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see here. All right. I have my bolt mounted this way and it won't come out, so I need to pull this shock off just a bit. Got it. Welds look good. We're gonna give this mount a fresh coat of paint. Nice. Measuring the length here, and we are right at 27 5/16, and that puts us in the ballpark where we need to be. We're going to use some Loctite 271. We're going to put a generous amount on there. I did want to talk about, I don't have the issue on the driver's side, it's just the passenger side. So it could have been my fault, maybe I didn't torque this jam nut tight enough. Take a measurement off the driver's side and matched it up to this side, so we're perfectly equal on both sides. And we're going to go ahead and clean the threads off these bolts. And we're going to apply a little bit of red Loctite. Guys, we're going to put the cheater bar on this ratchet here. It's all about leverage, right? Okay. Okay, that's good. I did want to point out that before you tighten anything up, you want to make sure that the weight of the vehicle is on your suspension components. So I have my crescent wrench, I have a cheater bar as my intermediate to be able to slide on here. Second cheater bar for more leverage. And we're going to try to really crank down on this jam nut. I marked the arm just for reference, so if I ever want to loosen up this nut, I'll be able to without going the wrong way for hours. I've also marked the jam nut just to give me an indicator if it does come loose, as well as the bolt on both ends. Shock back in place, and we're going to put a little drop of red Loctite on there just for good practice. Alright guys, we're going to install our Zerk fitting. 8mm wrench should do it. Okay guys, so we are pretty much done. We just greased up our Curry Johnny joint, And we installed the Zerk fitting back there. Grease that up as well. So everything's buttoned up. You can see we got red Loctite on there. I did want to point out that I torqued the hell out of this freaking jam nut. I had the whole truck pretty much on 3 jack stands as I was cranking up on it. I gave it all I had. So, and that's with an extension cheater bar on the end of the wrench. So we'll see what happens. If this ends up loosening up one more time, then we're going to go with plan B, and that'll be to tack weld this jam nut onto the arm. So other than that, we are good to go. Everything's buttoned up. I did want to point out that I am running upper adjustable control arms. As you can see, that's pretty sweet. I like those because it allows you to be able to set your driveline angle. That's very important when you're setting up your rear suspension. So I'm running 0 degrees in the rear, so it's straight line all the way across, and that's because this is a constant velocity drive shaft that was custom made by my local driveline here. And yeah, the main body here is super beefy. It's I think it's got over a 3/8 inch wall thickness. The guy does really good work. And so yeah, I got 0 degrees, straight line, and the constant velocity portion up there takes up the rest. So yeah, if you're running your stock drive shaft, you don't want to be anywhere in excess of 3 degrees because that'll really eat up your U-joints. With that said, guys, we're going to go ahead and continue with the driver's side. So let's get to it. Alright guys, that pretty much does it for this video. That's one more thing we can cross off the list, so stay tuned. There's still more stuff to do, and we will catch you guys on the next one.